Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video, I'll be discussing my reaction to the big announcement that came earlier today that The Walking Dead has added a new member to its cast, and that is actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan is confirmed to be playing and appearing as Negan. Ooh, the day we have all been hoping for has finally arrived. Official confirmation that Negan is indeed appearing on the show. For the longest time now, going way back a year ago to season 5, speculation had begun and questions as to when will Negan appear? When will we finally see him on the show? I mean, there were rumors of him appearing in the season 5 finale, which seemed highly unlikely. I mean, it could have been possible, but highly unlikely because there's still a lot of story to cover and tell whilst in Alexandria before they even get to that part of the story. But it's very exciting news that it's finally been announced, confirmed. So basically, for those of you who are not familiar with the comics and you're just familiar with the TV show, if you want to avoid potential spoilers for something that may or may not happen in the TV show, you may want to stop listening to this video and watching it, because I will be discussing big spoilers from the comics which may be interpreted on the show, and at the same time they could change it up, but highly unlikely since it's such a big moment from the comics. Basically, as you all know, Glenn is presumably dead on the TV show, but he does die in the comics, and that's a fairly well-known fact to most people at this point, even to people who have never read the comics. Some people have just familiarized themselves with the storylines, and a very big moment in the comic books is when Glenn is beaten to death by Negan, while he and several other main characters are held captive by the Saviors, the leader of a group of survivors that Negan leads. And basically, they're this group of survivors who use force and intimidation to get other safe zone communities to do whatever they want. And basically, the deal is like in exchange for them protecting other communities from like walkers and stuff like that, the communities have to give them food, weapons, and whatever else they may require. And to make an example of his power, he basically has a barbed wire baseball bat, which he has named Lucille, and that is what he uses to beat Glenn to death right in front of Rick. I think Maggie and Carl are there as well. Several main characters. In fact, I think Sophia is even there because she survives. She is still alive in the comic books to date right now, and that's a big difference between the show and the comics because as we all know, she died back in season 2. So that's a very, very big deal, very, very, very big moment in the comics. Now, as to whether or not that will happen on TV, it seems kind of unlikely now, especially with Glenn's presumed death. However, speculation and theories that he is still alive are still out there, and hopefully we will receive confirmation soon, a confirmation as to what his fate is indeed, whether or not he is alive, very soon before the mid-season finale later this month. So now that they've made it official and announced that an actor has been cast to play Negan, this leads me to believe that because they have just announced this casting, that means they have not done any filming at all, at least not yet, for Negan's appearance or any of that storyline to begin. Now, it is November, and typically the second half of the season is filmed and finished in November down in Georgia. Their shooting schedule is usually summer, and then they take a hiatus in August, and they resume back in September, I believe, and then they finish mid-November, so around this time. So it is possible that Negan could be appearing in the season 6 finale, as people are already begin to speculate and talk about, which I think is entirely possible. I think the season finale could end with not Negan killing Glenn right away, but definitely see Negan appear for the very first time, setting us up for season 7. And It's so I think it's a definite possibility because especially since now they've officially confirmed this casting because for the past couple months other new actors have been cast in the second half of season 6 of Walking Dead, and there's this one guy, Xander Berkeley, who recently appeared on CBS's Zoo earlier this summer. Speculation was he had been secretly cast as Negan, and another big popular theory was that the actor Kevin Durand, who is best known right now for playing Vasily Fett on FX's The Strain, had been cast as Negan, but because of his commitment to The Strain and other projects he has going on, he is unavailable to do that. And other actors' names down the road had also been mentioned for a possibility of casting, but today, we got the official word that he has been cast in the show, and the great actor Jeffrey Dean Morgan is playing him. And Jeffrey Dean Morgan, to just bring you up to speed, has currently appeared on The Good Wife. He was in the remake of Red Dawn, sorry, and he was in the Jonah Hex. So, but he's also going to be seen in the upcoming Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice as Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's ill-fated father, as we saw in the trailer earlier this year at Comic-Con, when he's clearly seen trying to protect young Bruce from the mugger. So, when he's the kind of guy, when you see his face, you're like, oh, that guy, sure, yeah, he's great. He's been in a lot of movies and TV. People probably know him best to recent memory as the comedian from Zack Snyder's Watchmen from back in 2009. So overall, he's a good actor, and this is such a great casting because he physically looks like Negan so much. The resemblance is uncanny, and I think it is an absolutely perfect casting. So, well done, AMC. Good job, Mr. Scott Gimple and producers of Walking Dead. Great casting choice. I think I speak for a lot of fans when I say we are all very much looking forward to seeing Negan appear, and as to whether or not Glenn is alive or not. And regardless of what his fate is, we're still excited to see that Negan is finally joining the show. So, yay! All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in here on the EdWord for all of your TV and movie announcement needs and updates. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. What are your thoughts on this casting announcement? What do you think of Jeffrey Dean Morgan? Do you have a favorite project of his? Do you think he's a good choice for Negan? Why or why not? Please sound off in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Let's please be respectful and civil of one another's beliefs and opinions, of course. Thanks again for tuning in tonight, and I guess I'll see you guys next time as we continue to enjoy season 6 of The Walking Dead with new episodes every Sunday night on AMC. Thanks again, everybody. Have a great rest of the night, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.